Thank you for joining us today. We will be shooting a time lapse here at the silo, one of our favorite places for sunset. We will be using the Syrp and Timelapse Plus view to create this day to night time lapse. If you are interested in time lapse, please subscribe and like this video. And thanks again. Hi there. I thought I'd do a little bit of a gear type video, post in there a little bit of what I use. It's pretty much the stuff that I take with me when I do time lapses. I use I've got lots of tripods, but I like using the TVC 33 if I really write stuff. I have the BH55 ball head, but I won't be using that today. I've got a leveling base here that makes it easy to level my Syrp products by just unscrewing and leveling it right here. That way I can level it real easily. And then I carry several cameras with me. Today I'll be using the A7R3, and I also use a dummy battery with the Halo Bolt battery. This thing here, I've already used it for one time lapse, and it still has 3 bars left on it. You can jump start a car 3 times with this thing. It's very powerful. So I bought the AC adapter for the A7R3 and my A7R2, and I just plug it in just like you would a 110 plug into here and power up my camera with it. I keep all my circ equipment in this bag right here. Of course, I'm going to be using pan tilt today. I also have the linear in here, just set up so it's easier. I also put this it's not a really right step, but it's a knockoff clamp for Arca Swiss. So when I put my camera on there, the lens is not pushed up against the platform here, makes it hard to adjust. So these here you can get online for like 20 bucks or less. And then I'll also have on there the Timelapse Plus view. I keep it in this little bag here along with the wires and cords that go with it. Now I've got my battery plugged in my camera, my dummy battery. Got my card in there. I'm going to turn on the camera now, make sure it's working. Well, I got to turn the battery on first. So the camera should come on. This battery will last a long time. It's 58,000 milliamps. Now what I need to do now before I plug in the cameras, I'm going to go ahead and plug in my sync cord to my Timelapse Plus view. I've already set this for a high ISO of 5,000 and -1 at night. So I'm going to go to my Syrp app on my phone. The first thing I need to do is turn on both of my Syrp controllers, make sure they're blinking. Then I need to connect, I doubt if you can see this on there, but I'm going to connect both of these to do pan and tilt. Now I'm going to go create a new keyframe time lapse. Create content, keyframe, and new setup. Now it gives me the options, I don't know if you can see it, to do pan and tilt where I start. So from a start point, I'd like to come over and start at over here at the silo, which I have over here to the left. So that's where I'm going to start. That looks level. I'm going to check my level, make sure it's level. This is my start point. Now I'm going to create an end point. So I want it to swing over, go to the sunset. But I also want it to raise up as it goes. That's going down, but I want it to get over to about here. So my sunset's in the right. And I also want it pointed up a good bit because I want it to come over and catch the sky tonight. This is going to be my end point right here. So that's my end point. I want to set up the record time to be, I'm going to go 3 hours and 15 minutes. My interval is going to be, I've got my maximum interval in here at 8 seconds. So I'm going to set my interval up here for 10 seconds. So once I do that, I always check it. I want to go back up and I want to check and make sure I'm still on RAW plus JPEG. I've already got everything set up, but I just want to be sure it's right. So what we need to do now is go up to the Timelapse plus view and go down to start, and I'm going to hit start. When I hit start, I've got to wait for it to say waiting on auxiliary 2 up here. Make sure everything's going, so I'm going to hit start. And now I need to see waiting on auxiliary 2, which it just came in. So now I can start my Syrp. And now it's controlling. So now I can click off the Syrp app. This has memory in there. So once you get one started, you can go ahead and turn off your phone. So everything's working together now.